Perfect. Hello, and welcome all. We are back with Reception Table with a surprise bonus episode because our Saturday had to be cut short. We have all 5 of us here for the first time in 3 episodes, so I'm excited tonight as we're going to be continuing our adventure. With us today, we have all of our good friends, Astrid, Kalkath, Domino, Onyx, and Zatira, and we're going to be having a great night tonight. Would you guys like to say anything before we get started? A good old hello.
I'm alive. Y'all haven't seen me since episode 2 or 3.
He didn't die. Alive. In fact, he is alive. Very glad to have you back, Onyx. And speaking of which, with all the updates, will we be seeing your guys' podcast come back up after this episode, or is that going to be coming down later down the road?
I would like to work on it this week. Yes.
Very cool. So
I think it might be a mega stream because I've missed some, and it might just be cooler if we have 3 through, what is this, episode 6 or 5?
This is episode 5.
Yes, if we have 3 through 5 and one big thing, or we could split it up however we want, but I'd like to bring it back, yes.
So, you have that to look forward to as we're going to be having those come back up on the Sylvester Rose channel, and you'll be able to get some more insights on the world and the characters in which we're playing with. Last episode, we had a very exciting event come through where we got the party united together and on the same page using a very clutch zone of truth. We got all the secrets out on the table, and we are now pressing on to the waters of progress. Last episode, we found that there is a mysterious god Y, the god of man and prosperity, that seems to have a agenda to destroy the Silvervine, the same Silvervine in which many other groups and factions are fighting and clamoring over, hidden somewhere within the city, currently in the hands of the mysterious Canton Prin and Smoking Joe. With our party now looking for that Silvervine, now having yet another faction's opinion on what to be done with the Silvervine once they obtain it, they need to first find it. So the group together assessed that the best solution would be to go and find Onyx's brother, who had access to one of the golden masks, which Onyx had deciphered had the ability to scry. Although the last time Onyx had seen his brother has stated that he would be destroying the mask, and that and Onyx was encouraging him to do so. But upon casting locate object further, later 2 days later, he found that the object was still not destroyed. He had not taken the time to turn back around to go and confront his brother on this just yet, as he got interrupted by Astrid, Zatira, and Kalakath, who then caught onto their current objective, which was to investigate the most local golden mask that was available, which turned out to be at a mysterious Grandma Nadine's home, an orphanage in which 2 of our players actually spent some time with whenever they were young. Going on forwards, we're now off to find Pearl Everhull and possibly use his Mask of Scrying to find where the Silvervine is currently hidden and find the elusive Canton Prin and Smoking Joe. We come back to our party as they're currently exiting out of the old church, taking a few steps outward. The sun is kind of still shining brightly as it's in the later parts of the afternoon, and I'll have you guys take it from there.
All right. So, getting to your brother is going to be a bit of it's mainly to get to this one's brother, though we are still the most wanted men in Crossroads.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a little bit difficult. But I think we can do this. I feel like I've been asleep for a couple of days, and all of a sudden I feel awake, and I feel like we could do this.
Come on, Zadira. You have to have some kind of back roads you can take, right?
I know a few ways, and we may have to trudge back through the sewers a few times, though. What time is it, DM?
Right about now, it's about 4 to 5 p.m. It's still the springish summertime, so we're still having a lot of daylight before it gets dark. You could probably see darkness around 8 to 8:30. So you still have about 3 hours till then. Onyx's brother's house, from a straight shot from this point, is nearly a 45 to 50 minute walk. if you go without any strafing or ducking into cover.
So just to recap, right? All of us are wanted.
That is correct. Although you could have reason to believe that they're a little bit confused on the look or the identity of Onyx. They know the name,
yes.
but they're looking for a bandaged man named Onyx.
Yes, I figured.
As for everyone else, most people have been seen, spotted, and identified besides Domino and his illusion. And I believe Zatira has not had too many run-ins to be truly identifiable.
Mm-hmm.
Your most identifiable party members are most certainly the Goliath along with the man in bandage.
That makes sense to me. All right, well, I guess we can slip behind some stuff and make our way to my brother's house. Hopefully he's home this time.
If we're willing, we could wait a little bit longer and have the cover of night. If we're willing to wait that long.
And that would mean that he's probably definitely home at that time. Right now, he could be out of the office still.
That's true. So, we just wait it out a little bit longer.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
What do the rest of you fellas think?
Some downtime would
Sounds
be
like
nice.
as good a plan as any.
Where Onyx goes, I go.
All
I
right,
appreciate it, Domino.
let's pull up a few of those chairs and find ways to pass the time then, shall we? We'll be here for a few hours.
And so, with that, you guys decide to rest for a bit inside of this home. Now, are you staying inside the church, or where would you guys like to stay? There is a nearby tavern known as the Slaughtered Ox.
I could stay in the
Honestly-
old orphanage home for good time's sake.
I was going to say the same thing.
I don't think I need to go anywhere near a bar.
Yeah, we could find out more about how you guys lived when y'all were younger. Why don't y'all show us around any nooks and crannies that y'all might have used to wander around in?
Everything you're looking at, that's it, pal.
There's not much in the terms of nooks or crannies around here.
Oh,
It is an orphanage.
so it's just a room?
So,
Not many
as far as the
spaces.
orphanage goes, you guys are probably not sitting. I mean, are you guys sitting directly into the church, or are you guys currently perusing the orphanage?
We can peruse and show them around a little.
Mm-hmm. So, as far as the orphanage that you see, Onyx, there's this one main chapel with various statues that are on the sides of it. But you notice that it's overgrown and worn down. The building itself seems to sag with the weight of time on it. And there are inscriptions written onto the side and stained glass that some of the glasses are broken. And through it, there seem to be these vines that grow over the stained glass and cover those broken spots. The entire building itself is actually covered in greenery and vines. It almost looks like it's this strange mixture of mortar and pedestal and then this green growth that's taken its own form. As for not the church specifically, looking outwards, you can see that there are similar statues, some of them with broken heads and broken arms and things along those lines, just very disrepaired. And then several buildings that span on for some ways. They're not large buildings, and they're more so huts than anything. But for a good few numbers, and they're in twos, you can see that there's a good 12 rooms, or small little box rooms. They house a lot of the children, and the ones at the end typically house single children that have stayed there to older ages. And then the other ones house the more younger kids, and they house multiple at a time.
So, Zatir, if you don't mind, how old were you when you left this place?
Not too old. About, I was early in my teens, about 13 or 14, I believe. That's when I first started sitting out on my own and finding some work, and I think I only stayed here a few more times after that, until I gave up entirely.
Oh. And you, Calcath, you said you were also from here. If you don't mind me asking, how long were you here?
Most of my life. Not much happened around here. I did a few tasks for Nadine, but other than that, it was lackluster.
Oh,
I don't believe I've ever seen you around here, so it must have been before I was around.
I never stayed in the actual orphanage too often. The tasks I had usually revolved around me being around the town.
Strange.
Rest assured, I was here.
Oh. Okay. What tasks? You make it sound mysterious. I'm assuming it's not picking up bread. Calcath.
I think he's weighing his.
While they're talking, can Astrid just stray away and go to? Is there
taking red places? Visited for?
Oh, there he goes.
I think we're having internet issues with the Calcath.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Stay with us.
Stay with me, please.
Just a little bit longer.
Vincent, are you alive?
Oh. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Had to think for a minute there. It's hard to remember a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I can absolutely imagine.
That drug tea must have had some adverse effects.
Right.
You know
I
how
can't
it is.
imagine all the memories here were pleasant.
Yeah. This place kind of reminds me of my own home in the way that it's not well maintained. We'll say that.
You could say it's shoddy.
Well, shoddy then.
To answer your earlier question, my tasks, they usually just revolved me. I had to deliver things, see some folks for her, just kind of take things back and forth. Nothing major.
Oh, okay.
Simple as that.
And while you guys
Cool.
are
Did you
talking, Astrid, what were you hoping to do?
Could Astrid slip away from the group and exit the church? And is it like, is there an open field beside the church?
So besides the church, there's a relatively open field with various buildings. If you look at Roll20, they are like this, but they keep going for some way. It's a total of 12 at the end. And at the very end, there's one larger building that makes the 13th. That seems to be past all these little square huts, if you will. None of them any larger than 25 feet in size or per length for either way, long or wide. They're little huts, if you will.
Okay. Everyone, I know we're all discussing of the orphanage, but I need some time to reflect and think. I'll be outside on my own. Come find me if we're ready to go. And Astrid would like to go and do some training.
Okay.
While they're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
am I allowed to check that cloth from my prison cell?
Absolutely.
Here,
We'll get to that in one moment, though. I'm going to finish up with a. So Astrid, when you go outside to train, are you like fighting in like kind of like that kind of training, or what do you mean by train?
Say that again. My dad was talking to me.
You're good. Are you when you say you're training outside? Are you meditating? Are you fighting? I don't follow.
A little. I'm gonna do a little bit of like practice, like shadow boxing and practice fighting, and then after that, he's gonna sit down and meditate and reflect on the past.
I follow you.
And possibly the present also.
I get you. Why don't you take a step outside? Or you guys were outside. When you take a step away from the group to practice or whatnot, there are children here that like kind of like notice your existence. And as you're doing this shadow boxing kind of thing, they kind of like look on in awe. A few people kind of sit down, or a few of the kids kind of sit down and watch as you are going through this routine that you have, where you take certain steps and you make a big circle, practicing practicing your moves and combos that you learn within the monastery. And when you finish with a large move, there's a small clap that begins to go on, and there's a lot of kids clapping, and they kind of respectfully are like impressed by your just immense toned practice of this combat. And you don't really take that in too much, but overall it happens as you're training. Domino
Astrid does a. Oh,
no, go ahead. I thought you
Astrid-
might have stepped away.
Astrid does a small smirk and says, "Thank you, children. I've never practiced in front of a crowd before. Now, if you excuse me, I must rest."
They don't really have too much of a response, but with a pleased blush, Astrid steps away. Having now had, like, instead of it, your typical response to this would be you should have done this better. You should have been like this. This is wrong here. You've never really experienced this level of like, wow, whoa, what? And that's kind of exciting and exhilarating to Astrid in some way. As you sit down and go cross-legged, you begin to rest. Do you do anything further?
No, just
Okay.
reflection.
You just kind of sit down, and besides you is the smell of these pink flowers that kind of fill your nostrils, and you can hear the birds chirping that seem to find their respite from the city in this small outskirts area. And there's a very calm sense of away from it all that you get while you get to rest there.
So quiet and peaceful.
As for you, Domino, what were you hoping to do?
I just wanted to inspect that cloth that I found in that prison.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the cloth that had the pics in it?
Yeah.
What are you investigating for? Or just looking at it?
Any writings, and if not, just anything I find of significance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Looking over it, you kind of pull that cloth out from your pocket, and it's gotten dirtied now. When you first found it, it was this pristine white cloth, and you kind of like look at it over, and you're looking around it, and you don't see any thing in particular except for a small embroidery in the bottom right of the cloth that says LV.
Okay.
Back to the group that is discussing, though.
I actually have something I would like to check of mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
As you recall, I had gotten something back in the scrying tower. I believe it was a sheet of paper with symbols on it, something that's translated roughly to bang or boom.
That's correct.
Something along those lines. Now that I actually have a free moment, I'd like to know a little more about that, if possible.
Absolutely. Pulling that out, this is I'll have you roll it is written in Draconic, but it's an arcane writing, so anytime it's arcane, even though you can read Draconic, understanding its intent in it and how it's used is a different story. So I'm going to have you roll an arcane check, as basically in this realm, the same spell can be done in multiple different ways. So deciphering how this wizard made this is it's skill in itself. Kind of like doing math, knowing English, but now doing math.
I got you. I rolled a 17 for Arcana.
With that, it's quite plainly a spell that's written out known as Booming Blade. And if you wish, you can spend some time to inscribe that into your spellbook. But Booming Blade, it goes through the description of how it works and what it is, and it's this description of essentially a way to attack with a magical intent behind it. And I'll send you the.
I think I found it.
Okay, I'll send you a
Thank
spell
you
on
very
that.
much. I would love to take the time to work on that.
With that, you pull out this dirty old, like kind of like groups of these writings that aren't even like papered together, but besides that, like just a little bit of strap to the book behind it. It's like a flip book, There are drawings in that flip book as well as actual incantations as you gotten bored at time to time and drew in it. Little faces and caricatures as you flip from each page, and you go to write down in your cantrips. You begin to write. Follow the instructions behind this, and with practice, you'll be capable of casting Booming Blade as a cantrip.
Very, very cool.
All right.
Then that's all I needed.
Would anything else? Would anybody else have any actions that they would like to take during this downtime? And by the way, I don't know if anyone's injured right now, but you guys could take this time for a short rest if you so needed.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and short rest.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll your hit dice, and with that, does anybody have anything else before we continue?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Not too much
pretty
more
much set as
happens throughout the time as a few hours pass. You guys find ways to entertain yourselves in various manners. Kalakath working on his spell book. Astrid, as you're meditating, one of the kids, a small looking tiefling looking girl, which are rare in this city, but still existent, and an orphan, kind of silently, without saying a word, sits cross-legged, mimicking you, and just kind of stares forwards and doesn't say anything. But they're sitting a good 5 feet away, but they're mimicking you in some way. And a few hours pass, and eventually she leaves, and nightfall comes. And it's about time for you guys to be pressing on.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, I think now is a good time. Let's be discreet and simply walk into the upper class area while we're all wanted, you know?
Right. Just follow my lead, and hopefully none of us get spotted.
Will it require any climbing? Because I'm it's gonna be a little hard with only one arm.
Maybe worth getting in and out of the sewer ways, but we'll help you there.
Okay, I appreciate it.
So, with the cover of night, you guys begin to progress your way through the city. Few things catch your eye. What is your path that you're choosing to take this go around? You're coming from the common grounds at the Ward of the Waywards, which is the orphanage that you were at, and you're going up to Capitol Square to Amberstone Standing. Yeah, you can either go the most direct route, which is right through the Red Square, or you can take a longer route, go through the Seaside Marketplace or distant Galahad. What would be your preference?
I think we would try and take a way through Seaside Marketplace, but using alleyways as well as basically playing whack-a-mole with the sewer system, popping in and out, crossing over
As
to other
you
interconnected
travel,
ways.
I want everyone to make a general stealth check for the group.
Okay.
Oh boy. Are we doing this on Roll20 or D&D Beyond?
I rolled mine on Roll20. I do
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, D&D
And I
Beyond
got
is
a-
the preference.
I got an 18.
Roll 20.
Because I can monitor
15.
that.
I
18,
rolled a
15, 13, and James?
I rolled a 12.
I got 10.
10. Okay. So as you guys are traveling through the city, overall, the traffic itself is not too much going on right now. There's not many wagons passing about, and you walk yourself, and it's actually well illuminated, as there's plenty of lights and candles and lanterns, and the moon itself is giving off a pretty bright light with a strong half moon standing almost directly above the city. And as you guys progress, slinking from alleyway to alleyway, there's at one point you guys notice. I'll have you roll a perception check.
Everyone?
Okay.
And I would say everyone, as you guys are being very aware and looking around right now, trying to keep up.
I got a 19.
All right.
Your
That's
boy
a
got
modified 20.
I got a nat
Alright.
20.
I got a 19.
Nice.
19.
Damn, I got
As
a
you're passing
I got a
sorry.
5.
5, I think that was
Good
3
job,
successes, so that was a group success regardless, right?
I think it was
Word.
4.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
No, yeah.
well, I'm glad the
a
other 3
natural
had
20,
you guys
a natural
covered.
20, a natural 20, a modified 20, and 19.
Yeah. And with the natural 20, that
Yo.
counts as 2 successes, so the group does succeed.
Nice.
As you guys are progressing, a unsettling sight shows itself just before the ironclad bridge. There's a large open area, even in the Seaside Marketplace. That there's the Iron Tanker Tavern. There's all there, and then off to the side, off to the distance from there, there's the general marketplace. But there's this big open road that you can look down, and you can see the ironclad bridge. And the last you guys saw the ironclad bridge, there was a group of citizens that were having a fuss as they wanted out, and they were being forced in, and they were having some issues with that embargo that was happening. You can see that there are now clothed over people lying on the floor, all in straight row lines. A few seem to be loaded into a wagon, but it seems that there's no one at the wagon right now. They must have stopped working at a certain point. But there are splatters and weapons that are on the floor, very makeshift things. And there seemed to be that something happened here as you guys are progressing.
Is it clear that like a rebellion, like sort of like a riot broke out here, and this is the aftermath?
Because with your deduction that you just made, you can deduce that there's some kind of riot that broke out, and the Red, who was holding that bridge, chose an aggressive route really fast, considering this could have happened, and it wasn't exactly a small riot either. Keep in mind, you guys were out of the city for an entire day, and the embargo trade, even though a day's worth shouldn't cause that much havoc, regardless of how it went down or what happened, a small riot happened and resulted in this disaster.
Yeah. Remedy.
This being only 2 days into the embargo.
Well, I guess it's only gonna get worse. That's
Right. We're gonna
unfortunate.
turn this whole city upside down until they find what they're
Is there,
looking for.
Is there anyone left?
You can presume there are plenty of survivors.
In this
These are
location?
bodies that have been left here for a while. Sorry?
In this location?
Just in general. Roll a perception check.
How did my... Okay, there it went.
What'd you get?
Natural 20 for a 24.
So, with this being the capital, the market district, it is unsettlingly empty. Normally at this point it's night, even though there's less people, there's like still travelers. And when you're on the outskirts of the Seaside Marketplace, there are still people. But here, right in front of the Ironclad Bridge, it seems that people dispersed. Perhaps the covered bodies themselves acting as a ward. The amount of
Guys,
bodies with that perception check tells you it was about 6 or 7 people.
You guys, wanna do some looting?
I don't think we have the time right
Oh.
now.
I don't know about that. That seems disrespectful.
Normally, I
good
don't
stuff,
feel
though.
too bad from picking stuff off of a corpse, but not in
Oh.
this scenario.
Yeah, something about this doesn't.
With your
Doesn't feel
natural
right.
20 perception check, even though you are far away, I will say that you because it is natural 20, you also see that just behind one of the I would say, what are they called, tents for marketing, a number of rubble and stones seems to be uplifted, and there is a stream of water gently flowing its way to the bridge, and then like it makes itself underneath the bridge. It's like a flow of water that seems to be continuing. But you can't see much more from where you are. But with that 20, you can see that something happened with the floor there.
We could check it out, you know. I mean, they're already dead. It's not like they're gonna need any of it. As well as, where are we headed again?
You guys are
We're
heading
on
to
a
the
bit of a
capital.
time crunch right now.
Yeah, we're
Fine.
heading up north to go see my brother in the nice places.
Very well. I'll keep a mental note of, probably just a physical note of the floor in that location
Mm-hmm.
for any further activities.
Yeah.
But begrudgingly, I continue moving forward.
You guys dismiss for as much as you can, and you guys begin to progress. It doesn't take too long, too much farther before you make it through checkpoint 3. There's not many people on guard in checkpoint 3 as this is travel between Capital Square and the Seaside Marketplace. Most of the highfalutin people come through here anyways, and there's it's very simple to go through as there's no one there. You get the sense that most of the checkpoints that are most guarded go up to the Red Square and or are based around the difference between the common grounds and the Seaside Marketplace, where they check for stolen goods. And you guys get into the Capital Square as you guys progress forwards. You guys go anywhere else before the Amberstone Standing?
I think we're just trying to
Just make it straight there.
beeline for it. Yeah.
Using your guys' stealth checks from before, you guys don't run into many troubles getting there. You pass and you head south, wrapping around the bend. And there, you guys kind of sit about 2 blocks away, crouched down in an alleyway. And you can see what is the big wall that marks for this mansion. And you can see that currently in front of the mansion, there are 2 individuals standing with their arms crossed in front of the front wall that would lead inside. The foyer. You can't see too many details about them from this distance, but it's evident that there are 2 people currently almost standing watch, for lack of a better word, but there's two armored individuals off in that distance standing there with their arms crossed.
And they're in front of my brother's house. Yes.
That's correct.
In front of Pearl's house. Okay. Well, guys, let's not do anything we're going to regret. We want Pearl on our side in good faith. And these people might be guards, they might be his friends who are also investigators. Let's try and be on the right side of the law.
People trying to pick you up.
They could be, yes. Let's just try to be civil about this,
Hey.
unless anyone has any other ideas. Yes, Kalkev?
What if I try and talk my way through it? Maybe I can silver tongue them. And if I find out they're not quite what they seem, we can throw out a signal.
Sure. What
And then
should be
we'll
the signal?
find a back way in for it. Yeah.
There you go. That's a good way to look at it. My biggest concern, Onyx, is if they're here to pick up you, that's going to be a big issue for all of us if we all show up together.
Yes, I agree. I guess if one person goes up, which you've already kind of volunteered for, and the rest of us stay back a little bit, you can scope out the situation, and if anything goes wrong, we will assist as we can, but I'd like to put our best foot forward.
I'll take it as civil as possible. Just wait until I give you the signal, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. And with a tug of my jacket and a straighten of my posture, I get a merry jaunt down towards the guards.
As you do so, you kind of get yourself all mentally prepared. You make it about 10 feet out before there's this moment of realization where you stop, and because you're getting closer to them, you can make better eyesight of them. You catch on to the fact relatively quickly that, wait a minute, those are Red Guard. They are in the signature uniform, in the signature outfit, and they are currently standing watch. And you could, as yourself, could deduce that they will know to be looking for the Mummy Man and its accomplices.
As I bend my knees for a moment and slowly start moonwalking backwards the short few feet that I had walked up there, and I say, signal. We gotta
Oh.
do something else.
All right.
Okay.
Back way it is.
Well, I mean, the back way to Pearl's house, that might be even worse, right?
We need you in there, not the rest of us.
Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Let's try to do the back way then.
All right, carefully now. I highly doubt that those are the only red guard that they've got there.
I mean, surely they
I'll
have more in the back,
actually,
right?
for the moment, I think I'll stay here and keep an eye on the guards out front in case of
Understood.
any changes of attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Can I walk up and pie the corner there?
where would you like to be?
So not where the guards are, the other side of the street.
You can move your character where you're or ping where you're talking about, so that I can understand proper.
Oh, how do I? Can
You hold down left click
Hold
on
right
the,
click
on the
and
map.
then, yeah.
Can you see that?
Oh, absolutely. So you slink your way over
So
there.
I want to peel this corner.
All right. So looking down that way, you see that the wall continues for some ways as the large mansions, like it covers the estate. And as far as the back door goes, Onyx, you're relatively familiar with this building. You've been in it before. The backyard and the back door is going to be over a large wall first, and then you'll be in, like, then you have access to the back door. There's no back entrance to the wall, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like a block, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is
We gotta
correct.
push you over.
How tall is this wall? Can Astrid peel over it, or?
Looking up that wall, it's a relatively large wall. It's about 40 feet high.
40 feet.
Relatively.
You, in terms of all the other buildings around, and do I have my math wrong?
Relatively.
40's
That's like-
really tall. That's like
That's like
20
three.
20 feet
stories?
tall. It's 2 stories. It's 20 feet tall. It's 2
Okay.
stories tall, and I knew it was 2 stories, but I had it doubled.
God.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
about
say
20 feet tall.
Like, what is this,
Talk
Attack on
about a
Titan?
privacy fence, dude.
My
Jesus.
bad. Yeah, no, that's on me. That's on me. But no, it's 20
Okay,
feet tall.
so
I just
20
googled
feet.
how
Okay.
tall story is.
How tall a foot is.
No, not a foot.
Oh, yay big.
It's funny.
About big.
Not that big. It's just a picture of a dude holding his hands out. Not that big.
My apologies there.
Okay, so
Oh,
20
man.
feet. That's better.
All right, that's not right.
We could do this the easy way or a
Let's say
funny
all the
way.
Okay.
Oh no.
I mean, I have a rope that could help us climb over.
That would be a way better plan than mine.
And I think, if need be, if I can get a running start, I think I might be able to make that.
Make what?
Probably.
I might be able to
Honestly,
make
from
that.
what I've seen that you can do, I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe I'm new to this group and all, but what do you mean you might be able to make it?
Look, you're a fast swimmer, but a 2-story jump?
Hey man, you don't know where I've come from. This is nothing.
What the fuck does that mean?
What? Hey, if he's got it, give him a rope and
Go right ahead. He doesn't need a rope. He can just jump it.
well, for the rest of us, right?
Yeah, the rope for Onyx, preferably.
I would like a rope. I don't know how
Throw it
this is
over
gonna
the
work,
wall.
but
Only 20 feet.
Let
I
me see.
It's gonna be hard again, but okay.
Onyx, what was your plan?
Actually, yeah, that's a good. Let's divulge a little bit. What was your
Not
fun
discouraging Astrid's plan. I just wanted to know what yours was.
Well, it also involved Astrid. Yes.
Job.
Yes. I was assuming That between Astrid being tall and very athletic, and Zatira being Zatira, a rogue and relatively small in comparison to the rest of us, I
You
was
wanted
assuming
Astrid to
that
throw Zatira.
you didn't have to say it like that, but yes, I would like the both of them to work together to scale the wall.
You wanted Astrid to throw Zatira.
I can
Like a
just give
football,
him-
likely.
I'd just give him a rope.
I have Featherfall if need be.
Not my concern.
Okay.
Let's just
Concern
get around
is
it.
not the landing, Onyx.
Then what's your concern?
The fact that a even slightly mistimed throw could turn Zatira into a splat on the wall, an even redder mist.
I mean, I trust Astrid. What can I say?
I don't
Right.
trust his muscles.
DM, I have a question.
What's up?
So, would Expeditious Retreat change my disguise?
Would exhibit?
Or, like-
No. That's where you use your
Right.
spell to make you run fast, right?
Yeah, so
No, it would
can
not.
I disguise myself as anyone in the party here?
You cannot disguise yourself as Astrid. And how tall are you, Zatir?
I'm relatively short. I'm like
And Domino's
Like-
relatively tall, correct?
Yeah.
It'd be hard to disguise yourself as Zatira, as you cannot
Okay.
increase your size but by a minute amount. You could be
What
a
about-
short Astrid, though.
What about Calicath? I could be short
Calicath you
after.
could mimic. Yeah.
I don't want you to mimic me.
Okay.
Well, you're currently up a ways. Do you head back? Yeah. You know.
Could, but I don't want you to.
All right. No, because I was thinking, guys. Senor, what if I...
quit shouting. You're too far away.
Oh. Can I walk up to them?
Yeah, you head back to the group.
Yeah, okay. My bad. Okay, what if, senors? What if I disguise myself as Astrid? It may be short, it may be crude, but how would they know? And lead them astray. No?
I think the less alert they are, the better.
I agree with Zatira. The less on edge they are, the better.
Ideally, they'll have no idea that we were ever even in the city.
I agree. I think a back road could attempt to be taken. Or
Right.
over the wall.
I agree. We'll follow along what you are doing, peeking around, making sure that the coast is clear all the way around, making sure that there's no more guards. We'll hop alley from alley, and should the coast be clear for an optimal spot, we'll have our big fella hike his way up that wall, holding the rope, and help Grand Onyx through. He wanders in to his own brother's home, and he convinces his brother to let him use the mask for what purpose we need it for.
Could we inspect the walls for, like, the perfect spot? Maybe a rundown
Absolutely.
part of it?
Who's going to be doing the inspecting?
I will inspect.
All right.
Makes
As
sense.
you-
This is your house.
You decide to do
Well-
so. I'm going to have you roll a stealth check as you traverse the perimeter.
Would this be
All of us?
investigation?
This will be a stealth check first, followed by an investigation.
Stealth
Do we all need
check?
to be stealth or just him?
Well, it depends on who's going with him to go around this perimeter.
That is
I
a
think,
15 stealth, by the way.
Okay.
And you said investigation, right?
That's right, but I want to know who's going with you first. You got 15 stealth on you. Who else is going?
I think Astrid and me to go with him to find the optimal spot
Oh,
and
Alright.
give Astrid the rope.
I think maybe just Zatira, right?
Yeah. And once it's found, we could move Astrid across.
Yes, I agree.
Understood.
So,
Less movement, the better.
Mhm.
with that, let's see here. I want to give you guys first your. So I want you to roll your investigation check.
Investigation. It's a 5.
5. Oof. And Zatira, you're looking as well, correct?
I
Yeah,
got distracted by the material
reviewed
they're
it.
using.
Yeah.
This is a good
Perception
brewery.
or investigation.
Yeah, I'll have you roll an investigation as well since you're both traveling through here.
Roll.
I'm gonna give you guys. I'm
That
gonna give you guys.
is
Sorry?
a 21.
Woo.
21 investigation.
Let's go.
21. Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys the full perimeter real quick. Give me a second. Why? I wonder if I can just do a reveal. I'm learning this method a bit. So please bear with me.
No.
That reveal the right side of the map a little bit.
Yes, I think it's still loading for me.
Yes, a little bit
Yes.
of the right
I see it. I
Okay,
see
it
it.
We
does?
can see the,
Okay.
the full back.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna reveal all that then. That way I don't have to move you guys around everywhere. Now you should have revealed to you, to some degree. Oh, hello. Some technical difficulties with the stream. There you go. You can see now that the wall wraps all the way around, correct?
Yes.
All right. As you travel your way around, slinking around the outsides of the wall, you find that it's fully stone all the way through, and you find that there are only guards at the front 2 entrances. But as far as any kind of lower parts of the wall, or breaks in the wall, or doors in the wall, the only door appears to be in the front, and there does not seem to be any other particular entrance immediately available.
Now,
From my under... Oh, I'm sorry, Dom. Now go ahead.
no, never mind. I thought I was close to you because I weren't.
Okay. From me being inside the building already, would I know of any trees on the back or some areas that would be more shaded than others?
So you would know that going into the building, that the backyard is a pond with a number of trees to slink through, if necessary.
Okay. Yes.
In fact, I can give you your memory's worth of because of this cool system. I can actually give you your memory's worth of information there. So just give me 1 second. I can do that. I didn't realize I could do that.
I'm remembering. I can remember everything.
Keen mind.
Oh,
Keen mind.
Or quinoa.
Benoit balls.
I hated spelling that.
All right.
Oh, this is the back. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Zatira, there's a pond in the back. Don't fall in.
You know
Well,
that there's a
ideally,
pond back there. You
it'll
know that
just-
there's a number of trees, and that it goes up to a balcony into the indoors.
And can we see any of the trees from this side of the...
You can see them.
The fence?
Some of them are a bit high. Some of them could probably just the tips of them are peering over the walls.
Okay. Okay.
Something to easily climb down, even, perhaps.
That's a good thought, Zatira, for sure.
Keep the rope on one side, climb a tree down the other.
I like that. Not that I'm much more for heisting, but I guess since this is my brother's house, I don't really mind.
Right, and it's not exactly like you can just walk through the front door right now.
Yeah, there's situations going on, you know.
Right.
I'm wanted. This is the first time I've ever been wanted. It's not. I don't feel right about it.
It's exciting though, right?
Yeah, exciting.
Trust me, you'll find it pretty fun soon enough. Anyway,
I suppose.
let's go back to the others. We'll get Astrid to hike up there with rope. You climb over, and then we'll get the rest of the gang. Waiting right beside here, and then you and maybe one other person can go in with you.
Okay. Yeah. Let's Let's do it.
Alright.
It's probably gonna end up being you.
Okay.
As
Just
you
back.
you get back with the party, you guys regroup. And where would you like to be or I'll let you guys, as you guys reconnect, this I'm not going to move your guys' characters for everything here. Just you guys get back together at that same alleyway where they were hiding in the first place, currently sitting there just underneath, like away from the spotlights or the lights.
Mr. DM, about the spotlights, I was just about to ask a question. Are
Mhm.
they jutting out of the wall? Are they poles in front of the wall?
Candelabras sticking out of the walls. They have a number of torches that are lit. There's a torchbearer number of torchbearers that come out at night and they do certain districts and light them up. And whenever that's an area that's to be used often. But yes, they're not arcane. They're open flame and highly dumb for a city to do, as that's a flammable danger. But they do regardless right now.
Right, and are these candelabras strong?
Not particularly. Just some
Just
normal iron.
Okay, just check.
If we need to, I'm able to dim them down myself.
Oh,
I don't think it'll be necessary.
really?
Did you find a
Indeed.
spot?
Yes, we found a good spot.
Yes, we found a spot.
Okay. No more talking.
So,
Let's go.
all right.
Okay.
So where you guys planning on entering? The north, east, west, south?
I would like to
Probably-
enter right there.
Yeah.
Do you see my
Where we
thing?
first spotted.
Yes.
So the party,
First
the
spotted
party's
that.
gonna regroup there.
Yep.
Is everybody going?
I am.
Yes. I think.
I think so
Is
as well.
everyone going, or does someone want to stay here and keep an eye on the front gate guards?
I think we should all move together at this
I-
point.
I think we should all
Okay.
move together too.
Understood.
You guys stand before a 2-story high stone wall with like grooves in it and whatnot. Currently, it's a relatively, even though you guys are lighting up at this point, it's not too bright in here. Your guys' characters naturally create light, but it's not too bright where you are right now.
All right.
Alright.
So, take this into the rope, Astrid. Make your way up there, and boost Onyx in there. And Onyx, is there anyone that you want in there with you, if you want anybody else at all?
Yes, I think Satira, you might be a good pick considering that Kalakath, they're looking for, and you also used my name, so that'd be a bit difficult. They're all looking for Astrid. Domino, you're
I think they're
hyper
looking for
wanted.
Satira too, you know.
they are looking for Satira, that's true. Does anyone
Okay,
want to
yeah.
volunteer to come with me?
I'm willing to come with you.
I mean, I'm already gonna be on the. If this works, I'll be there with you. So I'll be there.
Sure.
Alright, the three of us will go in.
Okay.
With
I'll
that,
stay out here. With
Asher
Domino.
rubs his hands together, takes a few steps
Right.
backwards. You're gonna climb this wall, and how? If so, how so?
Okay, I would like to take a couple steps back, get a running start,
Okay.
then use a key point to do Step of the Wind, which then gives me the dash action, and my
Yep.
jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Okay. I want, as you do so, everybody sees him takes a few steps back and he like focuses for a second, goes into a bit of a runner sprint, and he breathes in deeply and breathes out. And it takes a bit of moment where he's just really thinking about it, getting it mentally prepared. And when he starts running, I want you to roll an athletics check.
A 10.
10.
Damn it.
You do have advantage because you're using your key point.
Okay, word. So a 10 or a 12.
12. With that, there's like this blue like energy that kind of almost like remanates off of his legs as he starts running, and there's almost these phantasmal legs that appear a little bit like just not extra legs, but just over his current legs, almost like a suit, if you will, as he runs up and
Like
he
Sonic.
leaps upwards. He grabs hard onto the stone bricks of the wall, and there's a as he gets up there. You're not all the way up there as you jump a solid like 10 feet into the air, and you land onto it. I want you to roll another athletics check as you just begin to climb your way up.
That's an 18.
And with that, he's kicking up and grabbing onto the next brick and kicking up and grabbing on the next brick one by one. Whoa, whoa. And for his size and for his stature, it's actually really fast. It's like a ninja clambering up a wall, if you will. Like, it's very quiet, regardless of his nature and his size. And by the moment he's really hit the wall, he's already up a few more feet, 20 feet, and he kind of like flips over the edge, and you guys see him disappear.
I'm almost a little bit jealous.
You did
Okay.
it.
So
And then not too long,
How did he?
a rope lands on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna go make mac and cheese. The rest is up to y'all.
All right.
A life of a monk.
I gotta make supper. Sorry, I gotta make supper. Remember?
Yep. So Satira, how do you know that guy? He just scaled a 20-foot wall, and he's. How do you know?
Apparently, he
Oh,
is
miss-
raised in the mountains.
Oh. I guess yeah. No. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's go. I guess
Go
I.
ahead. And climb up.
Well, this is going to be a little hard for me because I only have one arm.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be
Mhm.
down here to catch you should you fall.
Okay. Ooh.
Can,
I want to take
can
control.
they? Can they hear my whisper if I whispered?
Not from 20 feet away now.
Word.
That's fine. Because of my time in the military, Onyx's time in the military,
Mm-hmm.
he should know that if he were to wrap his right leg around the rope and then step on the top of it with the bottom of his left leg while it's on top of his foot, it should just the rope should be still. He pulls up with his free arm,
Mm-hmm.
loosening the grip on his foot and then putting it back on and then pulling up, and that's how he plans to go up there. It's going to be a bit tricky because again, one arm, but
Yep.
let's
I'll have you throw that athletics check with that disadvantage, but
completely
Yeah.
understandable.
yeah, you're doing that very thoroughly and very, very intelligently, pushing your way up rope by rope, moving slowly but surely.
Okay, the first one's a 14.
Mm-hmm.
The second was a natural 20 minus 1, so a 19.
And despite his stature and nature, you can see him struggle for just a little bit before he figures out what he's doing. You can see him doing this loop around the foot technique that you guys probably have not seen climbing ropes ever. And he's like moving up like a trained individual, he knows how to climb rope. And regardless of his
Size.
difficulty and his size and his lack of an arm, he makes it up there in a very prompt amount of time. Next is
Ah,
Satira.
see? Didn't need our help at all.
Well, I'll be damned.
Good job.
All right.
I'm starting to like you even more now.
That was just like
Bravo.
old times.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Feel that burn, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's wait for little lady.
All right. Here I come.
All right, Zatira, I'll have you roll an athletics check as you begin to pull yourself up.
All right. Would I have any sort of assistance at all?
I'm afraid not. This will just be a flat
Oh,
check.
hey. 17.
17. Not too long after, Zatira taking a more typical approach, one hand after another, squeezing their thighs in between it, going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It takes some time, and Zatira gets themselves to the top. You two see her kind of disappear over the ledge, and all that's left is a Goliath that looks down at you. Are you guys coming or not coming?
I think Domino and I should stay behind for a little while.
Is
Alright.
there any way we can like post ourselves to keep watch or?
Where you are right now, you can watch the front. That's about all you can watch.
Okay.
You can get on
Option
top
that.
of the wall to watch. That's an option. But you would have to get down precariously.
I think I'll just watch the front.
Domino, you plan to go watch the front? And Calicath?
I think I'll follow him.
All right.
With a
to
knife
get-
in my hand.
You guys get there. Luckily, this area of
Uh-oh.
town is not very trafficked at all. So, like, you guys can actually stand out relatively in these alleyways without there being much people to pass through or pass by. All right. So,
All right, big guy. I'm gonna ask you to stay up here up on the wall and keep the rope ready when we need to make an escape.
Of course. And hey, sort of, I know he struggled with his, one arm and everything. See if you can like tie around him, and if need be, I'll just hoist him over the wall.
Um,
I'm gonna see if that well that works.
that would be pretty funny. But,
so wait, say that one more again. I didn't quite follow.
It's your funeral. He's thinking of tying a rope around me, and then just hoisting me up next time.
Oh, I see.
If we're
if
gonna
need
hurt.
be, if need
Got
be.
you. Got you.
All right, let's pay my dear brother Pearl a visit.
Tell your
Um,
sister I said hi.
Don't
She
go
probably
by your
hates
side.
me.
How do you know my sister?
Remember the bar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. She'll know
Yep.
who I am.
Yeah,
With that-
definitely from the bar.
The
Hey,
rope falls
shut it up
down the
down
other
there.
way, 20 feet downwards. I'm gonna have you roll an athletics check. Whoever's going first.
I'll go first.
Wait, can I just pull the rope on the other side and just have them rappel downwards?
Regardless, repelling is a difficult thing to do. It would still have a check.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Repelling's not. You're holding on. Your muscles are tight. You're trying to make sure you don't fall as the rope's swinging in the way as you're being lowered down
Gotta
and
make
down
sure you
and
don't
down.
lose
in a
your grip on the
slowly
rope
way.
as you're sliding down
It's
it.
not exactly a simple trick, or like, especially for these individuals. Zatira having a much better time, but Onyx more than anyone. Even if he was just riding the rope down, it is still a challenge to do so. Not the most difficult challenge, a very low. You'd have to make above a 7 to get it, but regardless, it is still a challenge.
Above 7, too easy.
But, yeah.
three.
So I'll have you roll an athletics check with disadvantage,
A
and then
six?
Zatira with normal.
All right, athletics with disadvantage. 18 or 4.
Oof.
Oof. Who was going first, Zatira or Onyx?
I was thinking of going first.
So as Onyx, as you're getting lowered, your way up was actually significantly better. You get lowered and lowered and lowered, and then the Goliath stops for a second at a point you just weren't expecting because he was readjusting his hands, and that change of the grip actually makes you lose your grip and you start plummeting. There's a
Do I have a reaction?
you do. It's a 10-foot fall.
Careful, he's a wizard.
10 foot fall. Feather fall.
Oh no!
Are you gonna feather fall?
Yeah, I'm gonna feather fall it.
With that, you start falling. There's an incantation as you open your hand, and your putty arcane focus jumps below you, and you almost land onto a cushion of this putty that catches you, and you don't take
Yes.
damage. Make sure to get rid of that spell slot. You
I
guys
already
see him
did.
disappear into the shrubs.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Well, I didn't hear a splat.
You
Yeah.
probably heard a whale sound.
I heard
Almost a
the-
cartoon sound.
I heard the bush shimmy a little bit, so I guess he's fine.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you essentially were lowering him, and then there was like a moment where the rope got really, really light, and you looked down and he wasn't there.
It's like, huh? Yeah, he's fine. He'll get over it.
I guess he made it.
Yeah.
All right,
that's pretty funny.
Zatira, I'm
His
gonna
character's
have
used to
you
falling.
now roll your athletics as you get lowered. It's only a 7.
Is there a way that I could potentially use acrobatics to make it to like the closest tree and then climb my way down? And
I can have you
use
lower 10
acrobatics
feet.
instead to descend.
So what I'll have you do is repel 10 feet, and that would be with advantage, and then you'll acrobatics your way over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
So I'll have you roll. You're going to be
Athletics.
lowered athletics for 10 feet.
Mhm.
So I'll have you roll an athletics check.
Kia Athletics. That's a 3.
And it's only it was just a bad grip as plummeting following along. not too
try
far, right on top of Onyx, is a and your reaction's up, and you crash onto Onyx. He does lighten your fall, which splits the damage between you two rather than just being on you as you drop 20 feet.
Ow.
And that's 5 damage for
Sorry
both
about
of you as you crash onto him.
Ouch.
Oh, that's half my health. Oh.
Astrid looks down. It's like, wow, they suck at falling.
Yeah. Astrid's a bit confused because he's used to working with much more athletic people.
I swear,
This is
not normally
supposed-
like this.
Oh, God.
That's fine. Next time we'll all 3 jump on one side and I'll just catch y'all.
You guys
Astrid
roll
also
your way
thinks to
out of the
himself,
shrubs.
Thank God
just
for
like
the monastery.
you're covered in like shrubbery and whatnot. It doesn't feel good as you kind of like get up, and you're in the backyard.
Cool. All right. Let's start heading that way. I guess we'll do the sensible thing and not fall into the pond. By the way, there's a pond. I don't know if you know, but my brother's rich.
Do we?
Um,
Oh yes.
I'm
of
gonna have
course,
you
yes.
roll. I assume you guys are generally being stealthy right now. I'll have you roll a stealth check, even if you don't or do know there are people around you.
Yeah, we should be stealthy still.
And you guys have
Yes.
advantage as you're traveling through the most thick brush and shrubs. It's almost frustrating.
well, that's good.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled at
13.
11.
An 11.
Not rolling well tonight.
Ooh, actually. One moment.
Do we actually see any like characters like pretty like clearly out here already?
Immediately, no, you do not. But give me 1 second while I check something. So immediately you don't see anyone. However, there with the crash and the brushes shrubbery moving as you're pushing through and whatnot, there's a voices you can hear murmuring, and you guys stop as you hear the murmuring happening. And as you look forwards a bit, even though it's really dark, do either of you have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
I think I have dark
Half elf,
vision.
I think, has dark vision.
I think. Where would that be? And yep, dark vision. 60
Features.
feet. Yep.
So you guys both do catch a glimpse of a person looking out the windows, as there's an open window where the sound can travel through. On the closest window to you guys. Ooh, come on now. Oh, sorry. Learning. I'm gonna put him in front of the window seal because you guys. Oh wait, you guys are currently out of. That's what the problem is. So you guys make it to the edge there, and you can see there's an individual in the window seal. You're currently not revealed, but he's looking outwards as he heard some movement.
Does
You see
he
him
look
there?
like my brother?
You can see only the red glint, like the slight redness of his helmet, although it is a grayed red as you're using your dark vision. It looks like a helmeted individual is looking outside, left, right, left. But after a moment, they turn around and go back inside, or they pull their head off the window seal and they head back in.
Oh no. Well, I guess that makes sense. There's security inside too.
Oh, great.
Okay. Well, I suppose. Oh, okay. I have an idea. DM,
Mm-hmm.
would I remember which one of these rooms was my sister's room?
You would, and you would remember that it was actually on the first floor, and that it
Mhm.
is essentially. Tell me if you can see this ping. Right here.
Oh, yes. That is where we shall go. Zatir,
Alright.
I have an idea. Follow me.
Slinking
start heading
across
out.
the
All
house.
right.
Onyx in the lead. You make it to the window.
the shadow.
There's actually a window sill before then you can actually see, which is a lounge of sorts. And as you look in there, there doesn't seem to be anybody in the lounge. You get to the window sill and you glance in. Oh, it's not giving you good vision, is it?
Yeah, this is fine.
All right, you can see all right?
Yeah.
All right. As you look inside, you can see that the room is quite empty. You don't currently see your sister, and in fact, like you can see that there's only been like a little bit of disturbance in the room in general. The bed sheets have not been made, which your sister's just a bit tidy. Like there's stuff not really knocked on the floor, like there was a struggle, but it's overall like it was left unfinished, which isn't quite like your sister. And you can see that there's actually a pot, like that would have been thrown up into, that's currently like off to the side. They're not here, is what you gather.
Oh. Well, that's Saphira. This is my
Alright.
sister's room. Something feels wrong about this.
You think they escorted them out?
I think this might. The layers of corruption might be higher than we think.
Fantastic.
They might not just be waiting for me, they might be waiting for my brother. They might
Do
be.
you think he would be cured
his-
by this time?
He should be. He was here about sunset 3 or 4 days ago.
Then where would your sister be?
That's a good question. But these people might not be protectorates. They might be looking for them as well. There might be. That's a theory. That's a hunch. We shouldn't work off that. But something about this doesn't feel right. Now, if you want, which is, I don't condone, if you want, we can probably open this window and you could take a look inside. I don't know if I'll even fit in the window, but this might just be a no-go if they're already in here, you know?
Do you know where your brother's keeping the mask? Or where he last kept it?
Yes, it was in his library, in his personal studies.
Which you
That was
remember is on the second floor.
Second floor? Yes.
That's
yes. Yes. Would I have remembered if it had a window?
Second floor. I believe it did have a window. But scaling this building would be quite difficult, as there's not as much, like the wall was rocky with plenty of places to grab, and it would not be quite as easy as you're going up this smooth wood.
That's true, but good thing we do have. Well,
And
actually,
as far
Onyx
there
doesn't know
are
that.
crazy
windows,
single
yes.
monk.
I just checked. There are two relatively large windows to it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, sorry. No, sorry, excuse me. The study itself does not have a window, although it should. I made a mistake with the air. It has a window. I just made a mistake with the map making. It does have a large window in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Is
alright.
it on this side or is it on
So
the
as
other
far
side?
as where that is, I'll ping it for you. It is on the second story. Here.
Ah. okay.
Is that
This
where we
is-
saw the other guy poke his head out earlier?
You saw the other guy poke his head out here.
Okay, but on the first floor, right?
That was on the first floor.
Okay, so almost above him and a little bit south is the studies. Got it. Okay. And would I know where the stairs might be?
Yes, you would. The stairs inside the building are here. And also here.
All right, Zatira, this is going to be difficult. And normally I don't ask people to do things that I wouldn't normally do. This is going to be rough. Can I fit through the window?
You can fit through the window. But as you're thinking about this, I'm going to pan away from you guys for a second.
Understandable.
Cal, Kath, and Domino, I want you guys to roll stealth checks as you hear these large footsteps walking towards you, or walking down the road.
Yikes.
Got it.
I got an 8.
I got a 17.
All right, that's a tie. I'm going to have you guys re-roll. It's a group check, so I need it to be one way or the other.
I got a
No.
22.
I got a 6.
One more time, and if it's one more
Domino.
time, then I'll take it into the diadicatory.
Oh no. Wait, is
Got
it
a
tied
12.
again?
12.
I got a 9.
It's again a tie, so I'm gonna roll to the diadicatory.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
So, 1 second, the music's done. As you guys are hiding and pressing against the building, you hear these footsteps. Ka-chum, 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 ka-chum. Sounds like some kind of large plate mail or chain mail walking towards you guys, heading from the north to the south. Immediately, Calicath is like, get down, get down, get down. And Domino's like, why? What's up? And you're like, get down, get down, get down. And Domino peeks around, and Calicath, you grab him, you're like, get down, get down. And your guys are progressing. Ka-chum, 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 getting closer. Domino then peeks back over one more time as you kind of like grab him and push him down. Get down! And you're like almost hissing at him as this individual steps outwards. His uniform is this red plate mail with this large fan out of almost this like tunic leather kind of on either end of his shoulders, and one more tunic running down the back. This is known as one of the clerics of the Red, and they are known as like you could consider them like a commander, not like maybe not a commander, but a higher official of the Red, not exactly a super big guy, but better in charge of people regardless. You guys press against the wall as you guys are having this discussion. He looks to the right, and when he does so, the two guards with him, both having crossbows on them, point their crossbows down the hallway. You guys press yourself hard into the side of the concrete, and he kind of peers around. You got places to be. Ka-chum, 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 ka-chum. And he travels down. You see him start to head into the manor.
Hey, Domino?
Si, senor.
When I say get down, it means get the fuck down.
Lo siento, I didn't know what you were talking about, senor.
What do you mean? What else could I be talking about?
I don't know. You know, I look like a normal person. I didn't think anything would be bad. I don't know.
Look at me. What do I look like?
Oh. That is a problem.
Yeah. It's an issue. And I turn back around and give me just a moment. So.
Captain. They're called captains. Sorry.
It's an O3 lookout.
Are they already past?
They did pass.
Like,
They walked
okay.
themselves into the building.
I would like to take a few feet out, or step a few feet out into the street, like closer
Mhm.
towards the wall. And I point my finger at the wall and I whisper a message. I use the message cantrip. Because
Okay.
that is within range to Onyx, I believe.
Oh, you point through the wall, and you're gonna cast message. All right.
Yes.
Does that have is that a spell slot or a cantrip?
It's a
Just a
cantrip.
Okay. What is the range limit on message? Because I'm not familiar with the spells of D&D.
120 feet, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. So
And I think
you
that's
knowing
right
your
at
target, you
110
knowing
where
that
I'm
he's
at.
in the backyard, you manage to make a mental connection with him.
Onyx, listen. There's a big man just walked into that building. You need to be careful. He's bringing more guards as well. And that's it.
Oh. Hey, Zatira.
Yes?
I didn't know that your friend, the mummy, was a mage.
Yeah, he's got a lot of secrets, doesn't he?
I mean, I guess Zone of Truth, but I was kind of half asleep for that. Anyways, he's told us that there is a big guy coming this way with more guards, so we need to be extra careful.
And as you're saying
Oh,
extra
great.
careful, the door to this room swings open, and you guys duck down at what that would be her room, and a figure walks in. Ka-choom, ka-choom, ka-choom. Chainmail, plate mail moving with them. They pan left and right and look through. So this is where she was? Yes, sir. This is where she was. All right. Let's talk with the brother. Ka-choom, ka-choom, ka-choom. Walks back into the room. Walks back into the building.
Zatira, I have
Yes.
an incredibly bad feeling about this now. So this is where she was? That means she's not here. Where's my sister? Where's my sister, Zatira? And they said, let's talk to the brother. That means my brother's here, but my sister isn't? He's supposed to be watching my sister. This isn't good.
Perhaps he saw this coming and told her to cut and run.
This isn't good. We might have to bail. Unless...
They're still here, so I don't think that they found what they were looking for.
Zatira. This might... We might have to do this again another time. Hopefully they don't know about the gold masks, but now might not be the best time unless we want to make our friends wait longer for after this guy's
I think
visit.
the longer we wait, the more time they have to find the gold mask.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Before we get too deep into it, let's get some insurance on this place. DM,
Mm-hmm.
I pull out my little red orb
All
and
right.
turn it into a compass and cast locate object on the gold mask that I was touching and inspecting on episode 3.
I love that this man knows the exact episodes.
I was only in 2 of them.
I want you to roll an Arcana check
That's amazing.
Okay, an Arcana check, yep.
as your
I'm good
as
at
your red
these.
putty ball arcane focus floats in your hand and begins to take the shape of a needle, a compass needle. Starts spinning violently.
It's a 9. Not good, but...
As it spins, it stops towards the house, but it doesn't go upwards or downwards. It just gives you towards the center or the eastern side of the house. That doesn't give you up or down, as you can feel it didn't quite give you all it could have.
Understood. Alright, Zatira.
A faint feeling of the other ones are there in their respective districts.
Yes, okay. Alright, Zatira. The gold mask is still in the house. There's still a chance for this. What we need to do right
I
now,
think it's
and we could either do this just you or the both of us, although again, the both of us might be difficult. But if you go into this room, or the room directly to our left, stage right, right outside of that room is some stairs. Go up the stairs and start heading south, and that will be the... Actually, I'll go with you. I'll show you. Let's get in here.
right.
And DM, we would like to enter through the window that's staged right of us on the
So
what's that,
you
east
can
side.
go ahead and ping it, so that way I'm sure of what you mean.
I cannot
I
ping
think-
right now.
You hold down left click. This one.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
You guys walk up to the window. Most of these windows are open, which is just relatively peculiar. Could
It's
be
almost like
just
they're
the
asking us to
temperature
break in.
allowing air in. As you go in, is anybody else making any actions? This is a quick open spot for anybody, not these two, to make any actions. Justin, Vincent, etc.
Just keeping a lookout and have the rope ready.
Justin, I'll have you roll a perception check.
Okay, hold on. Oh my god, I was in the kitchen. I was making my mac and cheese. You have to give me a moment.
It's okay.
Oh,
Okay,
my
I'm re-
cheesy boy.
He's rushing. He's quick.
I am returned. Perception roll. It was a 17. Praise be to the mac and cheese.
A 17.
Yes.
You've been sitting here for some time, sitting with like not cross-legged, but like in a crouched position with your arms on your knees. You've seen that twice. That a individual has come out almost in a clockwork pattern, out the front door, taken a few looks around, and then head back into the door, almost in a precise amount of time. You have a good sense of that time.
What's that fella look like?
Armored, typical guard, red guard, looks like the lowest level of red guard there is.
Cool. I will make note of that.
Anybody else making any actions before we continue with Zatira and Onyx?
I think I would like to move towards where they first entered, towards where Onyx is.
Okay, so yeah, so you start traveling your way over there, and you'll make it
Domino.
there.
Would you like to follow me?
Si, senor, I follow you.
All right, you'll be heading your
Great.
way there as we're going to continue with Onyx and Zatira. All right, Onyx, Zatira. With that, the cracked open thing, you kind of flip in one Zatira, then Onyx second. You guys get into the room, and it's a very silent room for the most part, and you can hear some murmured talking in the hallways.
Hmm.
The hallway that's like right outside of the room.
That's correct. You can hear it right outside that door, and it seems like there's a conversation being had just outside that door.
Are the stairs up like right outside this hallway as well?
That is correct. Where I just pinged.
Oh boy. Okay. I guess we can wait them out, maybe listen in to whatever situation is going on. Clearly they know something we don't.
All right. Are you going to be
Let's
listening in to
move.
that conversation?
Let's move this corner here, and I will try and listen in.
All right. I'm going to have you roll a stealth check, not a perception, as you put your ear to the door,
Understood.
because they're just
Stealth.
right outside of it.
Stealth. Roll. That is a natural 20. 25.
A
25.
natural 20.
Let's go.
Let's go, Zatira.
First natural 20 of the night.
That was not,
It's
but that was a good one.
That's like
I-
natural
yeah.
20 number 4.
Natural 20 number 4.
Maybe I'm more half asleep than I
It still
thought.
counts.
Still counts, but
Still count. That was really good.
Good one.
You put your ear up to the door. You make sure your horn doesn't bump into the wood as you kind of lean in, and you can hear a voice, same one that was inside the room that talked about a woman that was here, and he kind of speaks out whereas he goes, "We're gonna have a talk with the brother, see what all he has been hiding, see what other information he has. I want you to stay down here and keep watch. Bottom of the stairs. Tell the other regiment to do so. I already told the other regiment to do so. Don't let anyone through here. And if you hear yelling, don't come up. You understand me, boy?" And then like a younger, less seemingly trained or less toned individual responds with a stammer and is like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." All right. And with that, you can hear some footsteps, ka-ching, 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 heading up the stairs with a demeanor with each step of intent.
Okay. Alright, okay. I'm debating whether or not to, like, peek, like, through a crack in the door to see if there's anything else, or
This
just
is
go out
old-timey.
this window.
You can look through keyholes in this. This is old-time to our architecture.
Okay. Yeah, I'll peer through the keyhole, one to, like, try and see his position as best as I can, like, see how much he's, like, in front of the stairs, and then to see anything else that's, like, nearby him.
All right. It's not hard to see through as you look along, and you can see his leg. You can see his metal shoulder, or sorry, it's not shoulder. His metal plate that's over his thigh, currently sitting there, and you can almost get a sense of like as you're looking closely, he can see he's slightly trembling. Something's uncomfortable with this individual in general about just the whole situation.
Can I see any other like doors or windows in view through this keyhole?
No other doors, no other windows, and you can see just barely, if you can see there, just barely, there is the beginning of the stairwell that you could just see the first step, a corner of it. And you can see also looking there, this guy's wielding a spear.
This one guard
Okay.
is wielding a spear in front
That's
of
right.
the stairs.
That's correct.
Which way does this door open? Does it open out into the hallway? Does it open inward into the room?
This one opens inward into the room.
Inward to the room. Okay. Hey, Zatira.
Yes.
You know, I know a few tricks. We might be able to bring him in here and maybe subdue him, as it were.
Alright, if we can do it quietly, that would be best.
I think I might have an idea. And the little orb that is usually in my pocket floats out of my pocket and around my finger and turns into a little ocarina. And I used prestidigitation to create an instantaneous and harmless sensory effect, such as faint musical notes. I will make it sound like a toy lockbox. You know
Oh.
how you open them up and it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
And start playing that a little bit. I'm gonna take a few steps behind the door though.
I'm gonna
Kinda take a
step
step
like
back here.
just a little bit behind like that desk so I'm not directly in view the moment he opens that door.
Also, it's gonna be faint and not
Mm-hmm. There's just-
super loud.
There's just the faintest ding 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 ding, and it's just kind of repeating over
Mhm.
and over, just this light chime. There's a period of moment where nothing happens, and then like a sigh, and like a nervous sigh, and you guys see the door begin to wiggle, and then open. And I'm gonna pull away from that for a second. I'm gonna go back to you guys who just made it to Astrid. You guys are currently at the bottom there. Astrid's currently looking into the building. You can't see him, but you're at the bottom of the stairwell.
Do we know he's there?
You have a good idea he's there because the plan was that he would be there.
Kalakath kind of whispers out, but, you know, in a more loud tone. Astrid, are you still out here?
I just snap, or I just veer over the wall.
Yep. There, a Goliath face kind of appears 20 feet high. Looking up, you can see him kind of look over.
Yes.
Fuck! Don't do that. Do you know what's going on? What's taking so long?
I don't know. They just went in there themselves.
They're in the
And-
building right now?
They're in the building right now. There's this guy that keeps looking out this window. He's very meticulous. He's
Should we
just
join him?
looking and looking. I don't think so. I've been hearing and seeing a lot of clanking of loud metal. This place is overrun.
What if we... You think a distraction would be a good idea, or should we just trust them?
Honestly, as long as we've been traveling with Zatira, we should put our trust in her.
Oh, fuck, I was worried you'd say that.
I know. And one arm, well, he already impressed me. Let's just put our faith in them and see what happens.
All right.
If need
So-
be, grab on the rope, hold on tight, and shut up.
Sounds like a plan.
So are you guys gonna get onto the wall, or are you guys gonna wait on the floor?
Uh,
Do you want
I
up here?
does it look like a good hiding spot?
Yeah, definitely.
If you're quiet enough.
I think I'll join you.
All right.
I go to start climbing the wall.
Yep. A rope falls, and we'll come back to you guys as you guys begin climbing your way up. Domino, are you climbing your way up?
Lo siento, señor, but I think I'll stay here. Not climbing the 20 feet wall. No.
All right. Domino, you'll stay at the bottom. You're gonna put your back to the wall, cross your arms and cross your legs as you're just kind of chilling, trying to act unsuspicious. So, and we'll go back to Zetira and Onyx. The door handle, which is like one of those long handles that curls around, it twists and then pushes open. As an armored man, boy, if you will, comes in, and he goes, where's that coming from? Starts walking in. He's looking, and then I want you guys to roll stealth checks. He'd be actually not that far out. He'd be right here. Oh my goodness. He kept going farther.
Stealth check. That is a 16.
And Onyx?
And the Onyx, I think you're still muted.
Might be muted.
Looked
Yes,
like you
yes,
rolled
I was
17.
muted. Yes, 17.
17.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
He walks
I,
in and just looking left and right, not seeing you guys, looking for the music box. Where's that coming from?
I draw my dagger and have my hand on the pommel of it, like gesturing to Onyx, like, you ready? You want to club him?
I hold my hand out for a second and put my hand on this guy's shoulder and be like, hey, shh.
And
We're
then
not
Zatir,
gonna hurt you.
Do you strike then, or do you, or
Grayson, you're muted.
I know. I'm just
Oh, yes.
waiting to see how this goes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yes. I
So go
put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, hey, we're not gonna hurt you. We just want some answers, okay?
Help! Like almost instantly, he's going to start
I
yelling.
immediately bonk him. I immediately wonk him.
You immediately
after
go
that.
for the bonk. All right, I want you to
Yeah.
roll an attack with, I believe you're snuck, so advantage, and you have your assassin.
All right.
There's a immediate yell out, a help or a yelp, as there's someone that wasn't supposed to be here.
advantage.
Isn't that
I did
advantage
that
when you come out of sneak?
incorrectly.
I think it comes with
I
advantage.
did that. I just rolled it incorrectly. Sorry.
Yeah. When it's a surprise
8.
attack.
That's atrocious.
Oh no.
8 was your highest?
8 was my highest
With advantage?
with advantage.
Oh
Uh-oh.
I rolled
no.
a 6 and an 8.
Oh god.
Okay. If I still have a surprise action, can I like put my hand over his mouth and be like, hey, listen.
You guys are in a surprise round. I'm gonna have you roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
Understandable. Alright, that's a 16.
With
Or
disadvantage.
2.
Oh!
no.
I hope I
We
roll a
should just all
natural
try to
one.
club this guy.
This is
We
gonna be the
should've-
worst
we
sneak
should've.
mission known to man. It's a 10.
Oh,
Oh.
I might need that back up.
Instantaneously, there's a scream, a yelp, and a fight that happens, and he turns himself around to get into full combat with you guys. I want you two to roll initiative.
Okay, criminy.
okay.
Oh,
22.
fuck. He yells out into the
Yeah,
hallway.
14.
22? 14? All right. And he turns around to... Wait. You had 22, 14? All right, you're first, Onyx.
Alright. So is this before he yelled into the hallway?
He does yell. He gets that yell off as a reaction to everything happening.
Okay. That first yell. Okay. Well, this isn't gonna be great. I think. Satira, we might have to just abort the mission. What do you think?
No.
All right. If that's the case, I'm going to pick something that is less than 5 pounds in the room and cause it to careen his way using catapults.
Oh no! So you quickly grab to left. You grab the first thing you can find, which is going to be a globe, and you pull it up in front of you and you hold it up there. Are you using what I think you're using?
Catapult.
Yeah. All right. Roll to hit.
He has to roll to evade.
Oh no.
Dexterity, by the way.
That's a 3.
13. Let's do some damage. By the way, hopefully non-lethal damage. I'm not gonna aim for his face.
You're not gonna aim for his
7
face. 7. You're gonna
Yes.
grab the globe and it's gonna fling out of your hand with an incredible speed and crash upon his armor. Splints of it are gonna get through as he blasts backwards into Zatira. He takes a step back as Zatira kind of shoulder checks him back into you. Is that the end of your turn? He is still standing.
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
He grabs his spear and he goes to swing it down one-handed at you with his left arm as he kind of like gets back, reeling back after Zatira had to shove him off of herself. All right, he's gonna reel back at you. That's the one who hit him with the catapult.
Yes.
That's gonna not count because I dropped it. All right. Oh, natural 20.
That's fine.
All right, that's gonna be
Does anyone-
2d6.
Does anyone else know this
4,
is happening? Like us outside?
2d6.
10 damage. 10 damage
damage.
as he stabs that into your like left shoulder. What did you say, Cameron?
I said, does anyone else like know this is happening? Like us outside?
I'm afraid at the moment you have no idea it's happening. Because this is happening in like seconds of time. Zatira becomes your turn.
All right. Well. Okay. Well, I'm gonna bonk him real
You're gonna
hard
bonk him?
with the pommel of my dagger, trying to as like an attempt to attack him, but do non-lethal damage.
All right. Roll to hit.
And because I have an ally with me,
You do have advantage because he's overwhelmed. He's also flanked.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sneak attack. Because
Yeah,
flank.
sneak attack if I get that damage. 20 to hit.
That hits.
Let's see. There's 5 piercing damage by itself, and then I believe I get 2 extra d6 to add on top of that. Rolling the 2d6. Well, it should be rolling the 2d6. Oh, there it is. 5 extra piercing damage.
Okay.
Then that's just doing a solid bonk on the top of his head.
How much
And,
damage is that total?
It's a total of 10.
10. So with that,
Oh,
you
that's pretty good.
clonk him in the head, and his head reels to the side for a second, and his body goes limp as he falls to the floor.
I try and catch him to like make sure he doesn't have a large thud against the floor.
Absolutely. You grab your arms
And then
underneath
lower
his
him down.
shoulders. You kind of like lay him downwards on the floor. He's real heavy for your size. You put him down. I need to know what you two are going to do immediately afterwards, as you guys are not technically in initiative, but there are lots of things happening. What is your next move immediately?
We should move up the
Immediate
stairs.
after, we should move up the stairs. Yes, I agree.
You go up the stairs?
Yes, before
the
anyone else comes or sees us, we need to go up the stairs.
And then once I've used my movement to go up those stairs, like if it's still within my reach, I would use my thaumaturgy to like have that door slam closed to like attract all of their attention just to that room.
Okay, so as you guys go sprinting through, Onyx, you're the first one out because, and then followed by Zatira quickly following. Whoopsies. Zatira quickly following. The door slams shut as you guys make it. You start sprinting your way up the stairs. I'm going to pull away from you guys for just a second, as you guys hear footsteps running down the stairs that had just gone up. And we're gonna rotate ourselves over to yeah, maybe an oversight there.
Maybe.
I
Calicat and
expected this.
Domino at
I
this
also
point.
kind of expected.
I got you. Calicat, you guys have made it to the top of this way and I want specifically Astrid, as you probably like, they're just getting up, they're getting their breath back. Astrid, I want you to roll a perception check.
All right. An 11.
An 11. Hold on. All right. Oh, 3. I want you to roll an intelligence check.
Just flat intelligence. Okay. 5.
5.
Ooh.
So as far as what you see, you don't see anything. And I'll let you do with that information as you will. As you guys do make it up the stairs and you're currently watching, but you don't see anything for a few moments.
Has that guy come back out?
He has not.
And he's not on time then, huh?
That's correct. If you had a high enough intelligence, I told you that, but you figured that on your own.
Cal,
What's up?
something's wrong. I think we
Is
need
it-
to be a distraction.
Damn, I still believe I'm on the.
Oh yeah, my apologies.
Wow.
You're on the floor. I misplaced you. Sorry about that.
All right.
Think it's that bad?
I think. Because that guy that's been in that window has not missed his time frame to come and veer out. And it has been too quiet, and I hear no clattering.
Astrid, you can't be wrong about this, okay?
I know. And if we're wrong, that's on me.
All right.
Domino.
I would like to,
Dude, can I veer off to Domino real quick? Like, hey, Domino, I think we
Okay,
need you
go
up here.
Yep. You call out to Domino saying, "Hey, we need you. We might need you down here."
All right. I think I'll proceed to climb then. Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna do a rush climb. And what are you? Okay, so we're gonna get Domino up first, or we're gonna get Calicat down first, because you guys are at a staggered
I
position.
think we should get him down first.
Well,
So,
it's up to those two, because at this moment, because you really don't have the intel to make that decision for them.
me and him are both up here. So I'd be
Mhm.
like, okay, Calicath. They aim
Calicat,
for
you
the
can also
bushes.
jump to a treetop.
Yes. Zatira went to a tree, then fell into the bushes. Maybe you can land better than her. I need to get Domino up here. Or I could let you
you know what?
down.
I can take it.
All right. I'm going to throw the rope down to Domino then.
All right, you
And then-
choose to go for Domino. Calicat,
And
no
I'll-
matter what, you will take 10 feet of fall damage to just get to the treetops here. So that needs to be known.
Gotcha. Even with a good roll.
Even with a good roll, because I didn't give Zatira that kind of roll. I give Zatira athletics into acrobatics.
Gotcha.
So I can have you roll out the acrobatics to see if you can take only 10 feet of damage.
How much is 10 feet of damage?
1d6.
26? Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
15.
15. So with that, you jump and you leap off of the thing, like the mummy himself for a second, like illuminated by the half moon. If you're looking down from below, as you leap onto a treetop and you start, you immediately hit it and you start the tree branches crackling and breaking. As you start slowing your fall, you do eventually let go of the tree and you fall downwards, taking 10 feet of damage, which is 1 damage. As you crash down, you
Hell
go
yeah.
into a bit of a roll. You kick yourself back up and you're on the floor. But this is, but for the time frame, you still got a lot before we can actually let you in on the fight that's happening. So we're gonna head back to the two that are currently in the building. All right, Zatira and Onyx, as you guys are running up the stairs, you can hear 2 sets of footsteps running down the stairs.
Wait,
Okay.
it's here. We might have to come back. Oh.
We're going. Do you want your brother? Or
All right. All right. I guess I'll get an acid splash ready for when they turn the corner.
Oh fuck! All right,
I'll
so
have
you're going to go
I'll
for
have
the
my
fight
bag of
here.
ball bearings ready, and
Oh
open.
god. Yeah. Let's
Onyx
do
was
this, I guess.
first. All right then,
Mhm.
Onyx, you're first on the stairwell. It's a spiral staircase running the way up. They're running their way down. You're gonna have the first reaction as they don't quite know where you are. Or you're gonna so they turn the corner and you come face to face with a red guard.
How many?
One right now.
One.
There's
right
another
now.
one you can see the footsteps of at this point. You can see obviously his legs, and the one that's in the front stops, and the other one's about to run into him.
And they're about 5 feet apart from each other.
5 feet apart from each other. That'd be right.
All right.
It's just a spiral.
That sounds good to me. So the little red orb that floats around my hand
Mm-hmm.
turns into. Oh shit. Turns into a fake-looking cannon, and there's a little string on the back, and the string pulls, and a bubble of acid appears. 2 of them, in fact. And the 2 of them, the 2 soldiers, must make a dexterity saving throw.
One made a 17,
Uh-huh.
and the other made a 5.
All right. Well, one of them, the 17 one, takes no damage. The other one takes 2.
With that, an acid spray splashes upon them. The one that's closest to you sees some of his armor kind of appears. A little bit of his neck gets a bit of a rash. And the one behind him does not seem to get impacted very much as he kind of reaches to a thing. It's not just a rash. There's sizzling, like there's a smell of like flesh itself burning that kind of emanates, but it's not awful compared to what could be.
Yeah. I hate using that spell.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's a pretty rough spell, but these guys with their armor and whatnot didn't take too much damage from it. Zatira, it becomes your turn before it's going to become their turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see how this works. I know it's upstairs, but they're coming down to us. I'm gonna toss some ball bearings up those stairs in their direction, and hopefully they're gonna tumble on down.
All right. You're going to throw those ball bearings up the stairs. With that, is it a DC check to not trip?
Yes.
I believe it is.
I think it's a D10. I mean,
It is a
DC
DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yes.
You
But
do
they
throw
fall
those ball
prone.
bearings onto the stairs. They won't check on those until they're walking, though. So right now, they can't walk. So, like, they're not going to fall until it's time to chase.
yes.
All
And
right.
then I'll also peer behind us to make sure there's no other guards. Like,
Looking behind you, I
Right.
want you to roll a perception check.
okay, perception. Oh, whoops! I still have advantage. 11.
11. You don't see anyone, but you do hear people yelling.
Oh boy.
All right.
They're commanding
coming.
order, barking orders.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
That'll be your turn. So the one right in front of you, James, is going to immediately take a strike at you.
And how far away is he from me?
5 feet.
Oh, he's just not. So
Oh,
that one's
okay.
right in front of him, so the other would have to walk down.
Oh, okay.
That'd
I
be
see.
right.
Understood.
And they both
Understood.
have spears, so that's reach, if I understand properly.
Yes.
Yeah,
right,
that
right,
is
right.
reach
Okay.
too.
Yeah. Yep. So the first one stabs you with a, what is that added to it?
A 39? Wow, that's crazy.
No, a 13.
Oh, that's my AC.
All right. He who throws it gets it. He will land that.
Oh,
Remember,
Fair enough.
that's our table
Yes,
rule. If you
that is our
throw it,
table.
you get it.
yes.
That's good. Oh, that's 7 damage as he stabs down into you. It gets a really nasty spot of your shoulder and side, cutting forwards into you. The second
Mr.
one, that
This isn't it.
Hmm.
This isn't it.
Or
the
back.
one above him
You can go
attacks over the guy's shoulder at this point,
Oh.
but makes a 6. So thankfully, with all the clamoring about, he can't get a good strike at you. He's looking for a shot. He's looking for a shot, and he doesn't take one because he doesn't want to hurt his friend. All right, it's gonna make it your turn, Onyx.
All right. Disengage. Running down the stairs. Going into the room
Disengage.
that we were in.
Running down the stairs. What's your movement speed?
30.
30. So
Yes.
that Zatira is difficult terrain. So that's going to be 10 off your movement speed off the immediate.
Understandable.
And then that's 15, 20, 25, 30 as you just make it to the door. Is that what you want?
Okay. Yes. Is the door open or is it still closed?
The door is still open.
I think.
Oh
I
no,
closed
no,
my
Zatira
telemetry
slammed
too.
it shut. It is closed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Do I have any ability to open it?
I mean,
Or
it's
is
a
that-
free
is that
action
all?
when it's your next turn. I do not make you use an action or bonus action for door opening. You'll body check the
Understood.
door. It'll be fine.
Understood. Okay, that's the end of my turn then.
That makes it Zatira.
All right, so they got reach. I have my own long reach weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I will whip it out and take a shot at the nearest guard.
All right. Roll to hit. Or do I need to roll?
That is a 22 to hit. Modified,
hit.
of course.
Zatira, you're kicking ass.
Yeah. That is 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. Jesus, what weapon was that? I'm not quite sure.
That was a light crossbow.
Oh wow, you kind of bolster up, kind of crouch down, shooting up the stairs as a crossbow finds its way, going right in between the pieces of armor into someone's side. Oh, you did
Come on,
8
come
damage.
down
Is
to
that
me.
right?
Yeah, 8 piercing.
Oh my gosh. So this was the same guy who got hit by acid, and you can see
Yeah.
him like almost like there's like a gurgling of blood as he takes a few steps back. He's not dead, but there's this through his armor and through the slit of his eyes, you can see his actual eyes. There's this moment of absolute peril and fear as he turns to run up the stairs as he can see his life flashing before his eyes, and it's going to
Yeah,
become his
about that,
turn
those ball
unless you have
bearings.
anything else. Exactly. Is it your turn,
Yeah.
or what else you can do with your turn?
I think that'll be. I'll take like a little step back down the
All right.
stairs.
With that, will you take a few steps backwards, about 10 feet or 15?
Just 10.
Oh, just 10? All right. So you stop there, you're kind of keeping your crossbow, you're reloading, you're putting it back up, aiming at the stairs. That guy's feet is just in view for you to see him. What's the check on your, ooh,
10.
what's it?
10 decks.
Just to see him, his heels go out beneath his legs as he clambers down, starts rolling down the stairs. Does it deal any damage or is it prone?
He falls prone, but he's also falling prone on stairs, so I can't imagine that's very comfortable.
No, not at all. But he does fall prone on the stairs. He rolls a little bit, but his armor catches him on, like it catches his shoulder. He doesn't leave that space. Because the next person's turn, as he tries to jump over him, I'm going to stop and roll the check. That is a 18. As he kind of leaps over. Oh no, that's not. That was just for the ball bearings. He's going to roll in athletics to leap over his buddy. That was a 2. He does avoid the ball bearings, but he tries to jump over his buddy, trips over his buddy, and crashes down, losing all of his movement just past him as you see him topple down the stairwell. At this time, though, down the stairwell, it becomes these two. You can see one person. I shouldn't have said 2. Anyways, one person at the very edge of the movement comes across the hallway. You can see in this person's hand they have a heavy crossbow as they take one step outward and they lean this crossbow over, and this thing's fucking. I mean, it's not like it's a larger than your crossbow. It's a heavy one for sure. As she she has the unique armor that states that she's a crossbow wielder of the red. And you can see the 2 fins of her helmet, these like feathery red fins, as she aims her sights down on you, but that's the end of her turn. That's going to make it back over to you, Onyx.
You're still muted, Onyx.
Thank you. I am going to open the door.
All right, you swing open the door. There's still the unconscious person in the body. Yep.
Sorry, friend. I'm going to jump over him, go through the window, and using my 60 feet of movement, start heading towards where Astrid is, and probably see if I can get Astrid's
10, 15.
attention. Be like, hey, things are bad.
20, 25, 30, 5, 10. You jump over. 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that the accurate location?
Yeah, that'll do.
At this point, you can see coming through the clearing, there is Kalakath currently pressing through the clearing. Whoops, that's too close. Kalakath, I'm gonna have you roll initiative so I can get you in on this.
Okay. Where's my 10.
10.
Mhm.
All right. Still doing all right. So that's gonna now make it over. That's gonna be into your turn. Is that correct?
I'll use a healing potion. I think that would be smart of me.
What kind of healing potion?
That would be one.
The one that does 10 healing. The healing potion I got in episode
Yeah.
3.
Okay. You have a bonus action, right?
I haven't used my. Oh, yes, that's right. I used 60 feet, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have my
I-
bonus action.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about this for a while. We'll make a potions bonus action as you rip the cork out of this small vial and quickly chug it down. It hits your throat, and immediately you feel this revitalization as you kind of get this surge of energy. Some of your wounds even close, and you find yourself capable, like your shoulder kind of like closing, and you start getting this adrenaline boost as 10 HP gets added to your health.
Whew.
All right.
Let's go. Do I see Kalakath?
In the darkness, you can see Kalakath kind of breaking through the tree line at this point.
Cal, it's bad. Satir's in there. I'm gonna go back to get her, but I need help.
As I'm running towards him, I quickly point towards the wall and just say, "Run to Astrid. He'll do something. Just go."
Roger.
All right. So, speaking of Astrid, that's going to put you and Domino. You guys are currently at the top of the wall. Oh. All right. What are you guys doing?
Well, is Domino up here with me?
Domino's up there with you, and as you turn around to look at the backyard, you can see there's Onyx making a fucking break for it, trying to run his way to you. You can see him quickly chug down this potion and throw the bottle, shatters onto the floor as Kalakath's waving him to come on.
Not good. Okay. I'm gonna toss the rope. Onyx,
right,
you need
so-
up.
Toss
What do you
it
need?
down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not near him yet, so.
That's correct. So you're gonna toss the rope down. Domino, what are you doing? You staying up there?
Is there any way I could just jump into a tree?
You can roll the acrobatics. You will take the 10 feet of fall damage.
It's a 1d6.
The 1d6.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll do. Want me to
All
roll
right, I'm gonna have you make an
acrobatics?
acrobatics check to make sure you don't take 20 feet of damage.
Ooh, 10.
10.
Yeah.
As you jump, you're not as gracefully as Cameron. You crash into a tree and ricochet off of it.
Nice.
5, 8 damage as you hit the tree and back off of it, and the back of your head slams into the stony wall. You crash into the floor. You take 8 damage as you do so.
Damn. Cartoon ass.
Great. Okay.
You are knocked prone.
Do I have any movement left, or?
I'm afraid not.
Okay. Can I cast anything, or is that I'm just?
I'm
done?
afraid that would be your action. That killed your turn that go around. But I will have you
Okay.
two roll initiative so I can get you in on the turns.
All right, 13.
And 11.
13 and 11.
I've been
You guys
hitting
are
these
all
11
doing
like
good right
crazy
now,
today.
actually.
I got an 11. Just got +2 on it.
Cool.
Does no one know
Alright.
how to fucking land?
Not like you do,
I
Astrid.
landed.
This is a 20-foot fall.
I landed.
I landed.
All right. So we
Awesome.
only have one
Sure
real
you
bad
did.
land.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
I guess.
Justin, you know all about landing on a shoe.
yeah, you know more than me, I think.
This is twice you've been
Alright.
landed on by someone else.
So
Don't remind me.
Then don't bring it back up.
that
Every
brings
day.
it back around. Onyx just went. That makes it Zatira your turn.
Okay, so I see that lady shooting at me. There's no point in me throwing
Yep.
ball bearings down. She's gonna shoot at me, and these two
And you
guys
know that it's
fell
their
down.
turn after yours.
Did me throwing
Alright.
down the rope take my whole turn?
That wasn't exactly a
You weren't
turn
in
for you
initiative
guys.
yet.
We weren't in initiative. That was just purely us trying to get an idea of what you guys were doing at the time, where you're now having active turns.
Word.
All right, so these two guards are down, like kind of prone right now, right?
That's right. One of them's trying to get away
Alright.
and recover. The other one's prone on the ground, and you can hear more footsteps coming down the stairs. And then there's an archer with this massive crossbow at the end of the hall.
Okay, I'm gonna take cover in the room that Onyx had went through, and I'm
5,
gonna
10,
take
15.
another shot at the one that was hurt the most.
All right. Oh, before you head in there, you're gonna fire at him.
Yep.
All right. So you kind of take a right turn, like sprinting. Take the right turn. Take your aim. You're gonna roll, but you're at disadvantage because he's prone.
Taking my shot. That is a 13.
13. And he currently has slight cover. Unfortunately, your bullet does not quite hit, as it kind of
Understood.
runs into the wall. I didn't realize how high their armor class was.
Okay, I will dip a little bit more into the room, just waiting to
5, 10, 15. That's
Take my
15
next
feet of
shot.
movement.
maybe like I'll dip like maybe like 10 feet further into the room.
All right, that's 25. You got
Yep.
five more before you need to do a bonus action.
That's I think I'm gonna wait here and just ready my next shot.
All right, with that, you're kind of like scrambling, grabbing your crossbows, loading it in, drawing the string, and click. You turn to aim at the door. It becomes their turn. 5, 10, 15. Oh, sorry, that's right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then you get up, and that's gonna be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. And then you guys, I know how far you go. All right. So with that, it's going to roll all the way back around. Onyx, it's your turn.
Okay, Mr. Onyx is going to run for his.
All right,
This
you're going to
is,
sprint towards your buddies.
Some things may or may not have gone well, and we can always reconvene, but we can't reconvene if I'm dead.
I ain't
Can't reconvene
abandoning
if your
the mission
brother's
yet.
dead too.
That's true.
That too. Yeah.
We're gonna
Brother's
be
still
coming,
hostage.
we're gonna be coming back.
Will we?
We might
You
not
don't have time to
come
be
back.
thinking like this, guys. You can't think like this. What's Onyx doing?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, fine, okay. Onyx is going to be in front of this window right to the south of me.
Okay.
And
5, 10.
he's going to cast Mage Armor on himself.
All right, with that, you raise your hand. How does your mage armor cast onto yourself?
My Mage Armor casts with this little red orb. It's going to split in two. And then do like a little dune effect where it gets really thin, but around me the whole way, like a weird force
Like a
field.
plastic wrap?
Like a plastic wrap, yeah.
Like a plastic wrap kind of appears on like over your body, covers your
Yeah.
upper torso, and then reaches its way down, covering your legs.
Yes. And then I'll say, Cal, get everybody in here. We gotta save my brother and Zatira and figure out what's going on.
With a not even a verbal response, just a a nod, an understanding nod. I'm
Mhm.
gonna press forward.
All right. It's gonna make it your turn, Calcath.
Very good, very good. Let's see. Is Zatira still on the first floor? Or
Zatira,
is she on the?
as far as you can just you can't see her, I'm afraid. Not without stepping forwards, which then you'll see her in the window.
Okay. I mean, I was planning on running forward
Yeah, I
anyways.
figured
that was
you
just
were,
a
that's why I told
nod
you.
thing. Yeah, I'm gonna run 30 feet forward. Can I move my character?
Oh yeah, you can. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I was planning on moving right here.
Yep.
Is she
Alright.
visible within the window now?
Absolutely. You can see her
Can
in
I
the
see
window.
the
Sorry.
enemy?
There's no enemy to be seen right now. That enemy that you see there is currently unconscious on the floor.
Okay, very good.
Wait a minute. Actually, yes, you can. Do you have eyes? Yeah, you do. I didn't realize how the line of sight worked. You actually have eyes on a character quite far from you. Do you see that archer? The crossbow archer?
Is it
It's in the hallway and the door's open.
this one?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Then, fuck. Oh, that's not good enough. I'm going to. Is that window on? So that window is on the first floor as well.
That window is on the first floor. That's right. Which window are you referring to, though? Just ping. Go ahead and ping it for me.
Oh shit, that.
Hold down left click. Is how do you do that? Is it this one?
Yeah. that
Yeah,
one.
that's on the first floor.
I would like to. Is it open?
It is open.
Okay, cool. I want to jump through it.
Alright.
I'll use my action to
And
dash, I suppose.
oh yeah, you can move your own character. Sorry.
No, you good.
You know how to measure your character, so do that proper.
Yeah, I got you.
You can't cross over that table though. Not that table.
Yeah,
that
that's what I
table
was
has to be
looking at.
walked around, or you have to vault over it, which will take an action, or should take a bonus action. Actually, excuse me. Vaulting over is just difficult terrain, so it would take double the amount of movement.
That's where I will be.
All right. With that, you run your way up.
Yes, I think that's going to be the end of my turn because that took my
All right.
action.
That moves it over to Domino, then Astrid.
Oh, glad you could finally join us.
Okay,
Hey.
so I'm going
Sounds like the situation
to-
sucks. Sorry.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat as
Alright.
it says casting time's a bonus action. So
That's correct.
all right, and then I'm going to dash as close as I can to this window here.
All right. Astrid, as you're looking down, trying to figure out what you're gonna do for your game plan, you see this green glow appear in the woods. How far does Expeditious Retreat allow you to walk?
It says I can use, like after I cast it, I can use my next turn, dash as a bonus action.
Well,
Okay,
this turn as well.
I thought it
Oh, you
increases
already used your bonus action.
Well, no, it does allow
Yeah,
you to move.
that's
It allows you to use this turn as a bonus, so you can move 60 feet. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
All right. A green glow begins to appear in the woods as you're looking down, and by the time you're like following it, it's like this green light is skipping, like almost like a deer with its amount of speed as it's skipping through the woods. It's incredibly fast. Ping where you want to be, Domino. You want to be here, or do you want to be here?
I think I want to be here.
All right. So let me double check that distance with my tool. Yep. So with that, you can get up to the window. It's basically, and then once it breaks the clearing, you can see this Domino, actually Maria, excuse me, running, sprinting left, right, almost with like a jumping sprint. Each step leaving behind this green, ghastly, almost fire that immediately quells its way down. The floor itself seems to be scarred as he runs his way through the arcane running, seeming like burning into each footstep. And eventually he vaults into the window with an incredible speed, just jumping straight through. When you land into the room, there's a green flame that appears for a second and then quells over your shoulders.
Hello there.
Oh, great.
All right.
You've joined us.
What an entrance.
Hey, welcome.
That'd be the end of your turn because your action was Expedition Retreat. No, bonus action. What you do for your action?
I thought it was a dash. No.
No, because Expeditious Retreat gives you that bonus also on the turn. I remember I've used Expeditious before.
Oh, okay.
So you have an action
Well,
available to you.
I'd like to. I want to give up my disguise. So can I just turn back into Domino or?
You want to give up your disguise?
No, like, yeah. I don't, because I don't think I've been seen by the red yet.
That's right.
So
What do you mean?
I want to give up my disguise.
You could do that just by closing it, or as we talked about before, you could do an aggressive action such as an Eldritch Blast to get rid of it.
All right. Can I see that guard?
You can see that guard. There's 2 allies in the way, but because the arcane, I think you can fire through people. I'm not entirely sure on the mechanics. I have to double check that after this game. But for now, you can shoot through your allies without hurting them, because I'm not too familiar with arcane or those kind of spells.
All right. I'm going to try to shoot my Eldritch Blast at them.
All right. Does anybody have it? Did somebody else want to say something there? Okay.
Don't miss. We're
Don't miss.
in line of sight.
Yes. If you do miss, I will be risking it hitting your allies.
Is that the dice of?
No, that is a if you miss, I'm going to
An
have you roll
unfortunate
again
drawback.
and see if you hit them.
Oh, okay.
So roll to attack on the archer if you so wish.
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right.
19.
Fuck it situation.
19.
But we ball.
That
Man
hits.
said, "Fuck it with our lives."
And so with that, Domino, as you jump through the window, you grab the top of the windowsill, you vault your way in. There's that green flame onto your shoulders. That green flame quells, and a crackling electricity follows it, runs its way up your arm and up your wrist and up to the ends of your hands, to which you fainted into a finger gun and fire. And an Eldritch Blast crackles its way through right between Kalakath and Ztira. You guys see this green witch bolt jump in between you guys, crackling its way through the slam onto the opponent. I want you to roll to hit, or not roll to hit, roll your damage.
I did a 6.
A 6. 6 damage crackles onto them as this green pulse of lightning hits them, and then they take a step backwards, taking 6 damage. Let me get that down. All right. There's like a smoking ember that kind of comes from their chest where they got hit. All right. That the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Astrid, you go.
So am I out here by myself now? Is Onyx? Where's Onyx? Is everybody inside?
You can see Onyx
I'm
off in
still
the
outside.
distance, but yes, you Domino hit the floor and took off running.
Okay. I yelled at Onyx. Onyx! If I let go of this rope, there's only one other way out.
I put one hand up, or my only hand up, with a thumbs up.
Perfect. That's all I needed to see. I put the rope, wrap the rope back around me, and I jump off.
You leap off, and with your monk sting, I'm not gonna make you roll, as you disappear into the tree line. Whoosh! No one sees you.
And now I run out into where I saw Domino, where I saw Kalakath, where I saw Onyx running from.
What's your movement speed?
50.
50. You disappear into the tree line. And I made a promise that I would close this game at 9:30 tonight. So I think this makes a really good stopping point as we
What a
get
cliffhanger.
deep into the battle.
The man of action runs in.
As Astrid has joined the fray
Hey.
for us to close for the night. And we'll
got the
pick this
hit
back
zero.
up
You.
in 2 weeks, where we'll see you again.
2 weeks.
Thank you so much for being
We
here.
should just.
And I hope you've had as great as a time as we
Man.
have.
I held a rope for like 30 minutes and we stop?
I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. I
don't
promised that I would
appreciate
close this game. And we'll see you soon.
No, I don't accept this.
Bye bye.
No!